Hey, if you're hearing this right now, it's probably because someone left, and it still hurts. I know. Maybe they walked away without warning. Maybe they stayed, but made you feel invisible. Maybe you've been carrying this silence for days, weeks, years. This pain, this kind of pain, the pain of being forgotten, left behind, unseen. It doesn't just hurt the heart, it echoes through the soul. You've been trying to stay strong, putting on a brave face, but when the world gets quiet, the ache gets louder. And tonight, maybe you just needed someone to say, I see you, I hear you. You are not alone. Take a deep breath with me, right here. Let the weight drop just for a moment. You don't have to carry it all right now. God sees this pain, the tears you didn't cry in front of anyone, the nights you whispered why into the dark. He heard all of it. And this is a safe space, a sacred pause, a place where your heart can just be. So stay with me. Let's breathe again. Let this prayer hold you. You don't have to say anything. Just receive. God, this soul is here, still hurting, still remembering the moment when everything changed. They didn't expect to be left like that. Not by someone they trusted. Not by someone who once said, I'll always be here. And yet, here we are, a heart full of pieces. Memories like broken glass scattered across the floor. Every step forward, cuts. They tried to be enough. They tried to hold on. They gave love. They forgave. They waited. But the silence grew, and the distance never stopped growing. God, I bring this heart to you. Not polished, not perfect, just honest, tired, worn out. There's a kind of pain that doesn't shout. It just lingers. It whispers, lies in the quiet. Something's wrong with you. You're easy to leave. No one stays. But God, I pray you speak louder than those lies tonight. This soul needs to hear truth again. That being left doesn't mean being unworthy. That being abandoned doesn't mean unloved. That the way others failed does not define who this heart is. Wrap them in your presence. Let them feel, even now, that you are near, not leaving, not turning away, not afraid of the mess, not disappointed, just here, steady, gentle, patient. God, I ask for the kind of comfort that goes deep, not the kind that covers pain, but the kind that enters it, sits with it, understands it, heals it from within, because this soul has been trying to be strong, alone. But you never asked for that. You never said, pretend you're okay. You said, come to me, all who are weary. And this soul is weary, God. So weary. Tonight I pray, you cradle this heart like a child. Hold them close. Let them feel the weight of your love more than the weight of their pain. Whisper to them, I never left. I never will. You are still mine. Let every breath tonight be a reminder. They are still here, still breathing, still held, still loved. Even if the ones they needed walked away, even if they were replaced, ignored, or forgotten, you didn't forget. You're still watching every tear, still listening to every silent prayer, still catching every broken piece. And I believe, even in the ache, something holy is happening. So I ask, start the healing, God. Start it softly, like the sunrise, slow, gentle, but sure. In the quiet, in the rawness of this moment, let your presence begin to fill the empty spaces. Stay with this soul, Lord. Stay until the shaking stills, until the fear fades, until hope breathes again. God, the silence they left behind still echoes. even in the laughter of others, there's an emptiness, a hollow space where love used to live. This soul remembers the way things were, the small details, the way their name sounded when spoken with love, the warmth of a shared moment, the hope that maybe, just maybe, this one would stay. But the door closed, and now it's just this heart, carrying too many questions and not enough answers. Why did they leave? What did I do wrong? Was I ever enough? And I know, God, you are not the one who left. But still, sometimes the pain makes it hard to feel you near. Sometimes this soul wonders. If you're with me, why does it still hurt so much? But I believe, even in that question, you come closer, not with judgment, not with correction, but with arms wide open. You're not afraid of doubt. You're not scared of sorrow. You don't rush healing. You stay. You listen. You understand. So, I ask again tonight, God, for a deeper kind of healing, not just for the mind, not just for the tears, but for the space inside this soul where the wound was carved the deepest. Restore what was taken, not by giving back the person, but by filling the space with peace, with worth, with love that doesn't leave. Let this soul feel seen again, not just by the world, but by you, by heaven. Let them hear, deep inside, you are not hard to love. You are not easy to abandon. You are not forgotten. God, hold them through the memories, the flashbacks, the birthdays that still hurt, the songs that bring tears, the places they avoid because they remember too much. You see it all. You hold it all. And I believe you can redeem it all. Turn pain into depth. Turn loss into compassion. Turn silence into songs of healing. Not overnight, not rushed, but real. Tonight, let this soul lay it down. The need to understand everything. The need to be okay. The pressure to move on. Let them just rest right here in your arms with all the mess, all the ache, all the questions. And let your love, your deep, unfailing, patient love, begin to write something new. A chapter not of abandonment, but of presence, not of loss, but of quiet restoration. God, I ask, stay through the night, whisper over this soul as they sleep. Let the ache begin to soften, and in the stillness, may they feel it. They were never truly alone. God, some nights, the loneliness feels endless. Even in a crowded room, there's a part of this soul that still feels unseen. That ache, it doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just sits there, quiet, constant, heavy. This heart has tried to move on, to forget, to let go. But some wounds don't obey time. They pulse with every reminder. They breathe inside every moment of stillness. And so, here they are again. This soul, raw and real, bringing the ache back to you, God. Because if you don't heal it, nothing else will. They've tried distractions. They've tried pretending. They've tried being busy, being strong, being numb. But deep down, all they wanted was to be held, to be understood, to be chosen. And you, God, you do not turn away. You see through every mask. You hear what others never took the time to ask. You come close, even to the broken, especially to the broken. So come closer now, to this heart that was left, to this soul that still wonders why. Cover them in the warmth of your presence. Let the cold of rejection begin to melt. I pray for restoration, Lord, not just of peace, but of identity. Remind this soul who they are in you, not the abandoned one, not the forgotten one, but the beloved, chosen, held, seen, cherished. God, whisper truth into the cracks. You are still worthy. You are still mine. You are still held. No human rejection can cancel divine acceptance. No absence can outweigh the presence of your love. Let this heart feel it now, like a soft light in the dark, like a steady hand through the storm. This soul is tired of surviving, tired of pretending, tired of feeling like they have to earn love again and again. So tonight I pray, remove that lie, the one that says they were left because they were lacking, and replace it with this truth. They were never less. They were never too much. They were never unworthy. People leave for reasons we'll never understand. But you stay for one reason only, because you love without condition. So stay here, God, in this moment, in this ache, in this heart. Let every breath begin to feel lighter. Let every tear become a seed of healing. Because even now, in this silence, something sacred is happening. Abandonment brought this soul to the floor, but your love is meeting them here, and that changes everything. God, something is shifting. It's gentle, but it's real. This soul still remembers the pain, but something deeper is being born in the middle of it. Not denial, not forgetting, but peace. A kind of peace that doesn't erase the past, but holds the heart steady through it. And I know that kind of peace only comes from you. You never promised a life without loss, but you did promise presence, a love that stays, a hope that doesn't break. So tonight, this soul leans into that promise. They may still carry the echo of goodbye, but now they're also hearing something new, a voice that whispers, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for the long nights, the silent mornings, the fragile in-betweens. And that voice, your voice, God, it changes everything. Because when you speak, even the places abandoned by others begin to bloom again. So I ask, Father, let this soul begin to bloom again. Let them rediscover joy, not forced, not fake, but real. Let laughter come back slowly. Let trust be rebuilt gently. Let dreams return without fear. And as they take small steps, remind them they don't walk alone. You're beside them. Every step, every day, every tear that turns into prayer. There is still beauty ahead, even if they can't see it yet. Even if the pain still speaks louder than hope. You are planting something new in the soil of this heartbreak, and I believe new life will rise. So I speak healing over this soul, healing that flows like a quiet river, healing that moves through the memories, through the regrets, through the goodbyes. And I ask, Lord, teach them how to love again, not with fear, not with self-doubt, but with the kind of love that flows from being deeply loved by you. Teach them how to be whole, not because someone stayed, but because you always did. And if trust feels hard, be patient with this heart. Show them gently that love isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, consistent, like you. This soul's beginning to rise, not quickly, but faithfully. So tonight I bless them with rest, real rest, the kind that doesn't demand healing by morning, but says, you're safe to rest exactly as you are. God, you've walked with this soul through the shadows, through the silence, through the ache that had no name. And now, something gentle is settling in, not the absence of pain, but the presence of peace. A peace that doesn't erase the past, but holds it kindly. A peace that says, you don't have to carry this alone anymore. Thank you, God, for not rushing this healing, for staying when others didn't, for sitting beside this soul when all they had was grief and questions. And now, here they are, still tender, still healing, but standing. Maybe not strong yet, but standing. Maybe not whole yet, but held. And that's enough for now. You are rebuilding this heart, not into what it was, but into something new, something softer, something stronger, something more like you. So I pray, continue the healing, day by day, breath by breath. Let this soul feel it, the slow, steady return of hope. Let them wake tomorrow with a little more light, a little more space to breathe, a little more belief that joy is still possible, not because the pain vanished, but because you're in it. And where you are, life is. God, thank you for holding the parts no one else saw, for blessing the broken places, for never leaving, even when this soul felt lost. Tonight, I ask for something holy, rest, deep, healing, soul-level rest, the kind that wraps around a weary heart like a warm blanket in the dark. Let this person sleep in your arms. Let their dreams be safe. Let their spirit breathe again. And tomorrow, walk with them into the new day, not in rush, but in rhythm. Let them know they're not what was done to them. They're not the people who left. They are loved, seen, chosen, safe, and may that truth become their new foundation. God, thank you for staying, for healing, for loving. This soul is still healing, but they are no longer alone. Take a deep breath. You made it through. You stayed. You listened. You let your heart be held. And maybe, just maybe, you're feeling a little lighter now. Not because everything changed, but because you let yourself rest. Because for a few minutes, you weren't carrying it alone. God is not done with you. This story is not over. And even in the waiting, you are never without love. So tonight, as you close your eyes, may peace wrap around you like a quiet lullaby. May healing find you in your sleep, and may tomorrow bring gentle signs that you're not walking alone. If this prayer brought comfort to your soul, I invite you to stay close. There's more peace waiting here, more prayers, more presence, more reminders that you are deeply loved. So, if you feel led like this video, subscribe to the channel and come back whenever your heart needs rest again. You are safe here, always, and amen.